class and just understand the environment. We also want to invite businesses to cooperate with us. We are a nonprofit school, and in this economic situation, everybody's struggling. So if you have ETC to pay, if you don't know yet, so you can pay your BGRT taxes to Revenue and Tax of Ireland, or you can come and pay the same amount to any nonprofit schools and get some paperwork that you will submit, and there is no additional payment, but rather you would know that your contribution bring a difference to one or two child's life, because we use ETC to pay to help with tuition assistant in our school for all students that in need of that assistant.
And you're not kidding when you were talking about the connecting with the island culture. Even on your website, you could see it in different languages and everything like that. You can see it in Chamorro, I can see it in Carolinian.
Yes, if I can use this moment to thank you, Uncle Manny Borja, who was with our school and is with our school we open our doors, and he our leader in Chamorro Culture and Language Program. And we cannot be more grateful for the island community who come and help and work with us to educate students in their culture.
Wow, really outstanding. I love it. I'm a fan of the whole system, and you can find out more about it yourself by going on islamontessori.org, and that's going to be a great spot. All your contact information is on there as well, including like you can reach out and send an email. You got your mailing address and your phone number, even the map of how to get there in the village of Dandan. I want to say thank you guys so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Brad.
Great. Our studio looks so much better with you guys here. But it was just lovely to have you. So thanks for
Thank you so
sharing
much.
the message
Thank you
about
for
the
your
school.
time.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We are going to get you guys the latest news, sports, and weather, and we come back. We've got more in store, including we're going to have one of our local senators who's going to be with us. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, I'm Shauna Brenfleck, nurse practitioner and owner of Island Skin Solutions and Wellness Clinic. We are Saipan's only medical spa offering a wide range of services to meet your unique skincare goals. We offer exclusive medical grade skincare products that can only be purchased from a licensed medical professional. We also have the CNMI's only master esthetician, who offers new patient consultations that include a mini facial tailored to your needs. Schedule your consultation today to get started on your skincare journey.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. Hamas says its top leaders survived an Israeli strike today in Qatar, but 5 lower-ranking members were killed. It came as the group gathered to consider a U.S. proposal for a ceasefire in Gaza. John Gambrell has some reaction.
The Qataris have come out strongly against Israel. We've also seen regional countries like the United Arab Emirates also say that they back Qatar in this. So this likely will further strain the relationships that Israel has with the Gulf Arab countries, which it's been so desperate to try to make diplomatic recognition deals with, and likely is going to cause more tension in the wider Middle East as this offensive looms.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
President Trump believes this unfortunate incident could serve as an opportunity for peace. The president also spoke to the Emir and Prime Minister of Qatar and thanked them for their support and friendship to our country. He assured them that such a thing will not happen again on their soil.
Qatar hosts thousands of U.S. troops and has served as a key mediator between Israel and Hamas. Meantime, the Israeli military is urging a full evacuation of Gaza City as it further expands its military operation there. In Washington, Lisa Dwyer reports the Supreme Court will consider President Trump's power to impose tariffs.
The justices have agreed to hear the case in November, which is lightning fast for the Supreme Court. The small businesses and states that challenged the tariffs have also agreed to the speedy timetable. They sued, saying that Trump illegally used emergency powers to set import taxes on nearly every country in the world, which they say is driving their businesses to bankruptcy. 2 lower courts found that most of the tariffs were illegally imposed, although a 7-4 appeals court has left them in place for now. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
In Missouri's House has passed a plan to redraw the state's congressional districts. The plan could give Republicans a shot at winning almost all of Missouri's U.S. House seats. This is AP News. Seth Sutel now with the AP Markets Report.
Stocks rose to more all-time highs on Wall Street. The S&P 500 climbed 0.3% Tuesday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 196 points. It's about 0.4%. The Nasdaq Composite rose 0.4%. United Health Group helped lead the market. The big health insurer jumped almost 9% after saying it would stand by its profit forecast for the year. Stocks have been climbing on hopes that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates for the first time this year at its next meeting in a week. Yet another report showing weakness in the job market helped convince investors that cuts are on the way. Seth Sutel, New York.
That report on the job market came from the Labor Department. Revised numbers for last year show employers added 911,000 fewer jobs than originally reported. And Apple's rolled out the iPhone 17. There's a new ultra-thin model called the Air and a $100 price hike for the Pro model. There's more news at apnews.com.
AP Sports, I'm Gethin Coolbaugh. The Bills rallied from 15 points down in the fourth quarter to beat the Ravens 41-40 on Matt Prater's 32-yard field goal as time expired. Josh Allen passed for 394 yards and 2 touchdowns.
You got to play this game for 60 minutes, and that's a really good outfit that we just played.
Aaron Rodgers tossed 4 TDs against his former Jets team to help the Steelers escape with a 34-32 win.
There were probably people in the organization didn't think I could play anymore, so it was nice to remind those people.
The Rams' Matthew Stafford became the 10th quarterback in NFL history to eclipse 60,000 career passing yards. In tennis, Carlos Alcaraz defeated Jannik Sinner in 4 sets to win his 2nd U.S. Open and 6th Grand Slam title.
It's still a dream, a dream come true.
And Cal Raleigh hit his MLB-leading 53rd homer in the Mariners' 18-2 rout of the Braves. Gethin Coolbaugh, AP Sports.
If you see something, say something. and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
We're bringing heat today, so let's get started. Woke up and smiled, the sun shining. Let the sun shine in. Got dreams to chase and a world to win. Turn up the real dance today. And let's dance through the day. Feel the vibe in the air. Come on, let's play. We live in love, making waves as we go. With every heartbeat, it's an endless show. We're living bright, let the music ignite. Good morning, Marianas. Let's shine tonight.
All right, good morning, Marianas. Welcome back. It is 9:03 in the morning. It is hump day, and we are just cruising along out here in a beautiful Saipan day. You can't get a better day than what we've got right now. It's about as picture perfect as you can get, and I want to say thanks to all you guys for sticking around. We had a couple of hiccups with our technology, but we are back at it and good to go. Hey, it is 84 degrees out here in Saipan. Humidity's at 85%. We're looking at a high near 87 today, and some winds out there. Believe me, it's getting a little bit gusty. It's getting as high as 23 miles per hour. That is very gusty, my friend. Well, how about on the roads? Well, you don't have to worry about it because it looks mighty fine out there. A couple of hot spots out there for traffic, but mostly just basic intersection stuff. It's not that bad. And as we're looking for it now, let's go over one of those hot spots on Capitol Hill right now. It's over there by the governor's office. A lot of folks stuck over there wondering what's going on. I don't know how busy it is over there, but between the governor's office and the retirement fund, it is looking mighty slow over there right now. Hopefully nothing bad happening there. Folks trying to get down from the north side, getting hung up at the light over there by Issa Drive. Not too bad at all. Maybe they're already thinking like me, it's lunchtime at Ina's Kitchen that is going to save the day. I love that. I'm telling you, it's a big win. It's a little bit backed up for folks who are over there by the pickleball courts. I mean, tennis courts. You call it what you want to call it. Over there by the hospital. Folks trying to go north. Middle Road, little stop and go at the intersections as well, especially over there by the courthouse. You can see it. Folks getting backed up at that light. Other than that, everything's looking pretty good, even over by I-10. Where it is slowing down a little bit is for the folks who are making their way to Marianas High School. That's high school starts at 9. Some people, it's going to be 9:05. I can tell you that because they're still on their way trying to get in there right now. And everywhere else is looking pretty good. There's some people who've been held up over by Hopwood, but it's not too bad. Everything else around the island is looking mighty good. And I'll tell you what, it would look even better if you were doing it with Transit CNMI. And you could do that. You can get around almost anywhere you need to go right now. And that service is going to continue to expand. On the blue line, they're looking at a green line too. They've got all kinds of lines in mind, but right now they're doing a great job servicing folks all the way from Garapan down to all the villages down south. And you can see one of them right now is in Garapam. One of the other buses is down there by NMC, by Joe Tendandan right now. And then there's one at the ready just in case something goes wrong with either of them to spring into action. Just waiting over there by the old AK intersection at CMG and Beach Road. You know, it's only $2 to take you anywhere you want to go on the Blue Line. And if you are a student, veteran, active duty military, Monamco, or you got a disability, that's half off. $1 anywhere you need to go. How about that? Anywhere you need to go on the Blue Line, that is. It's a great one. Now, they're open from 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night on Monday through Friday. On the weekends and holidays, they get out a little bit earlier, 6:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Make sure you pay an exact change, folks. They are not making change out there. They are not a cashier. They are bus drivers, and that's all they're going to be able to do for you. You can get more information by checking out any of their social media channels at Transit CNMI or by giving them a call at 236-2682. You gotta love these guys. Those buses are nice, they're clean, they're air conditioned, and you know what else they are? They are furnished with free Wi-Fi. That's right, free Wi-Fi on Transit CNMI. It does not get any better than that. And man, free public transportation sounds like a champ. Let's see if we're still on the same page here. One second. I just want to see if we're still on the same page for one thing here. One moment. All right. Well, I want to see if we could still do this. All right, here we go. All right, I've got a couple of messages that came in. I was just popping those out as well because if I just want to verify something, but if not, we're still going to get on to some of our other stuff that we got going on over here. But thanks for that little break. Interesting stuff going on. You know, we talked about it earlier about the budget moving forward from the House, and a key component of that budget was going to be a $29 million loan from MPLT, Marianas Public Land Trust. And the question is that a good idea to finance your budget with a loan? But I'll tell you what, the kids from Marianas High School and Saipan Southern who went to the House 2 days ago for their protest ended up getting a great meeting. Okay. All right. I ended up having a great meeting and with the House Speaker, Edmund Villagomez, and former House Speaker B.J. Attow. J.P. Sablan was one of the folks who was there as well. Joel Camacho was one of the reps who was there as well. And they were in there and having great conversation. And that question came from one of the students, her name is Soren, about, hey, is taking a loan out to help pay for all your stuff, including PSS, the right thing to do? Because what are you going to do next year when PSS is facing the same kind of budgetary issues? Are you going to be, you can't take another $29 million loan out from MPLT, so what are you going to do about it? So what do you think? Okay, hold on. So, one second. So, all right, so, and if that works out, this is great. Bounce it back and forth. So, $29 million loan. So, now the thing is, if you're going to end up doing this, it's got to go through the House and through the Senate. So, it got through the House yesterday, and now we got to make sure for PSS's interest anyway, to find out if that's going to go through on the Senate side as well. Oh, geez. I hear the phone ringing. 1 second. Don't go anywhere. Of course. That's so funny, you guys. I apologize to whoever just called because I have the phone in the other office, in the other part of the studio. So I missed it. So if you just called, give us a ring back. You want to give us a ring back? Should we just call you back right now? Let's do that. We're going to call you right back.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Hey, this is Brad Rosala from Good Morning Marianas. We're on the show right now, and I just missed your call.
It's okay. This is David Mendoza from the island, our beautiful island of Kenya.
Yes, David. How are you?
Hey, we're just going to unpack a little bit, regarding Checo Fire Commission, since they're taking $29 million from Marianas Public Trust Fund. And I would like to put in some 2 cents regarding infrastructure for West San Jose on Tinian.
Mm-hmm.
And Marco Heights 3 residential homestead infrastructure problem. And still pending homestead, residential homestead for Marco Heights 2, the infrastructure has kind of been halted. Anyways, long story short, Brad, if we were going to take $29 million from Marianas Public Trust Fund, I would like to let send my leadership from the governor all the way down to the municipal council, to Congress and the Senate, regarding who's rightfully more credit to and legally to obtain those monies, take money from the Marianas Public Trust Fund and fix the infrastructure for West San Jose, fix the infrastructure for residential homestead from Upper Heights 3, and the rest of the infrastructure that is needed, because it will benefit those in my descent or whatever, indigenous people or whatever you call it. It will benefit because we take those money from the BPL, from all the lease land and some of the, make it a big, beautiful bill so that we can fix the infrastructure for even in Rhoda, even the infrastructure in Pagan. What do you think, Brad?
I think that anytime you're able to do with some of the infrastructure, it's a good thing. I mean, over there in Tinian in particular, I've seen all those lots that were all cleared out in San Jose that look like they're ready to go.
Yeah.
But there's no infrastructure down there for them at all, right? There's no sewage.
Yeah.
There's no
West
water.
San Jose, let's roll back a little bit. Let me take you back a little bit, and I want to make understand, Brad. This issue about the West San Jose is long overdue. So they've been giving the money, the land, and then for so long they never put infrastructure in for I think 2 term of Mayor O'Don and the leadership, and I don't know how long it's taking forever. There's a problem here that it's not being you know what I mean. It's like we're using our shoes already without putting on the socks here. So yes, yeah, long story short, let's not blame anybody or whatnot, because nobody's perfect, but geez, for the love of God, Brad, those people have been waiting for the infrastructure, and the commodities keep rising. The construction labor, the cost of aggregate, the cost of rebar, the cost of everything, shipping, especially when you're in a rural area trying to build a house. Even the contractor sometimes it sways back. Wow, what profit I'm going to get there? I have to ship all my stuff there. It's a rural area. Anyways, Brad, it is a long time coming, and this is not a complaint. This is an issue that needs to be fixed right on. So we're going to take $29 million from, I'm helping the retirees. If they're not invested in the wrong way or whatnot, and the economy crash, nobody's fault, right? But we always have to put aside. I don't know. The last time I checked back when I was in the advisory board at PTL, and I met with that's like 2018, met with the Marianas Public Trust Fund. And I think when they had $183 million in invested, a lot of the stock, and 274,000 somehow it's in Russia. And I don't know if we recovered that already.
Yeah, I don't know if we did either, but I remember hearing about that, and everybody was like, "Whoa, where did that come from?"
We're kicking the can down the road, and you know, and it's never full. You know, Brad is just making noise, and there's no outcome, and no feedback, and there's we still have to apply. You know, my government has to step up to the plate, Brad, and learn from all those mistakes and whatnot. From calamity and whatever, the economy crash. So we cannot, we know already that we always have typhoon seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we always have to keep putting back 2x6 and 10 at the schools when you know already that there is a calamity that will hit, you know, harden all those stuff so that we don't keep going back and forth over and over that. And this is the modern age already, right, Brad?
Mm-hmm.
We need to think outside the box and over and have a young vision, you know,
mm-hmm.
a young vision for cinema with sufficient, efficient services like permits. They gave us land, you know, and until now they cannot fix the infrastructure. Kudos to near San Nicolas, Jose P. San Nicolas. He gave the people land, but that time he didn't have the money. It was caught in the rock. He kind of built the infrastructure, so he wasn't elected for the second term. But for sure, there's like three majority Republicans in Tinian, in Saipan, everything. You know, it's all Republican. But they dropped the ball and they did not fix infrastructure for the CNMI, which is to upgrade the standard of living of the CNMI people. So I hope that the Tinian leadership and the I think they need to oversight these departments and agencies and whoever is for infrastructure and whoever is prolonging the infrastructure ever since you two Glenn, the recovery skill, you know, I mean like the kids sports activities, you know, they're playing inside the rubble of you two leftovers that's unsafe for the people, you know.
Absolutely, and especially over there.
You need to call in the feds and investigate these people because it's taking forever. You feel me? It's holding on the programs for the kids to prosper, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just like the track and field too at the Tinian High School, like I mentioned, it's overtaken by the jungle and the jungle.
Hey, Dave, are you able to go out there and take a few of those photos or a video and send it over to us over there at the track and field?
Oh, we could do it live if you want.
Hey, even better. Even better.
So we go and we'll show it to the public what I'm talking about because I think seeing is believing.
You're right.
You know, we're not gonna. You know, it's not like that. You know, I'm not employed anymore at the government or whatnot, and I'm putting the cinema government. No, it's an eye opener. That's like they say, you see something, say something, right?
Right.
So I just see it. This thing is for decades. It's building up and it's piling up all the infrastructure problems. And then what happened to the millions and millions? There's $800 million being invested through the divert projects.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the locals here, Brad? Where every for each. Mr. Tenor is right from the one living in National Street. Mr. Tenor is right. Where, you know, every business is all you see is maybe only one or more working and U.S. citizens are working. Everybody is taken by their own family. Check out Star Marianas. Check out Chinese companies. Go to each every business and look where the U.S. citizens at. It's a disgrace that, you know. So I do understand there's a lot of hiccups along the way, you know, but the people need to come together and really look at the infrastructure situation because in order to have a good economy is to have the best infrastructure and best enforcement.
And that's
like what Trump is doing.
Yeah,
what Trump is doing, you know.
Yep.
The cinema needs to come in and do something like that, you know.
Well, I
So I'm
think.
going to take those pictures, Brad. I'm going to take those pictures, Brad, and I'll send it to this number
Okay.
and some videos. Okay?
Please do. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And so that our elected leaders, they see it, but I think, I don't know, are we just going to turn a blind eye and look the other way? Well, we cross that road every day in, day out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Soon again, they're gonna have to, a lot of agencies and companies will be cutting the beach road, $1 million road. They're gonna cut it all up again, and then they're gonna put and then it's all unbalanced again. You know what I mean? There's never a master plan that's one-time shot deal. Fix it. You know, all the agencies have to come together, so we don't stop cutting all the roads, the infrastructures. For the love of God, it's expensive. You know what I mean? And the economy is bad. So we need to take into accountables for those people that are holding back projects and upgrading so that we can push straight into the economy and revive, you know, and I'm willing to help out on that part. So I'm not an economist. We need to bring in people with expertise like that. No matter how we argue and debate how much we're going to take from Sally and give to Peter, and then it's a never-ending story. You know what I mean? And I'm not Mr. Know-it-all. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, Brad, but it's common sense, right?
Uh-huh. I hear you. I definitely understand that.
And so we have Swiss infrastructure. We have road infrastructure too. Even in Paga, and why do we have to keep renting a ship and boats going up with their supply? If they would have just fixed infrastructure, so that people can go there and have just like how we have our docks and on our airstrip, you know. And those people, they want to settle there, they'll settle there because that's their culture, you know. So this is America, right?
I'll tell you.
I'm gonna let you go, and I hope that you look into those. Those make sense. And if I was the chairman for the EIGI, Governmental Investigation and Law, believe it, Brad, that I will oversight whoever's responsible, bring them in, hold them accountable, and oversight the department, oversight the agency. You know, look into those things. Thank you so much, bro, and I'll let you go. So. Good morning, Marianas, and I hope we can have peace and bring everybody together, and we need help for one another so we can build our economy back. Thank you so much, and I hope we fix our infrastructures.
Thank you, David. Really appreciate your call.
All right, man. Thank you. You take care, Brad.
You too. Take care. All right.
God save Cinema. It's wet out there.
That's right. All right, that's David Evangelista.
All right, man.
All the way
I'll give you
from
those
Tinian.
videos and pictures.
Okay, thank you. All right, that's David Evangelista from Tinian. He's going to send us some photos and some videos of the track and field over there in Tinian. Talk about what you're saying is the overgrowth over there at the track and field. So good stuff. Valid issues. Talking infrastructure over there across the channel on the island of Tinian, and that's important stuff. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have Senator Selena Babauta on with us, and she's going to give us some updates on some of the initiatives that she's got going on. I want to,
For far
Dave,
too long,
David just alluded to something about the president, so we've got a video from this morning from the president, so we're going to pop that on here real quick. So let's sit back and check this one out. Hold on just a moment. Get this thing ready. All right.
For far too long, Americans have been forced to put up with Democrat-run cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people, really very, very innocent people. In every place, they control radical left judges, politicians, and activists, and they've adopted a policy of catch and release for thugs and killers. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we saw the results of these policies when a 23-year-old woman who came here from Ukraine met her bloody end on a public train. And here's a picture of it. This is the picture of it. And this is a picture of the woman, a beautiful young girl that never had problems in life, with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead. She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country. We have to respond with force and strength. We have to be vicious just like they are. It's the only thing they understand. 24 of the top 25 most dangerous cities in America are run by Democrat mayors. 50 people were murdered in Chicago in recent weeks, with hundreds being shot. And it's time to stop this madness. The people of our country need to insist on protection, safety, law, and order. We have proven that it can be done because we did it right here in D.C., in District of Columbia. The capital of America was a bloodthirsty, horrible, dangerous place, one of the worst. And now it's a crime-free city, and we're going to keep it that way. It can be done. It can happen fast. All we want is, please, Mr. President, we need help. Chicago needs help. Other cities needs help. We'll do what has to be done because we're going to make America safe again, and that includes our big cities. We're going to make those cities safe. Thank you.
So that's a part of the conversation that's happening in the mainland right now, the deployment of National Guard troops in different cities. And
Tardiness today.
I don't know that that's, I know that that's a big topic of conversation for folks back in the mainland. And it's coming off like it is the worst thing ever. I get it, but I disagree. I don't think that it's necessarily a big deal. I'd love to hear what you guys have to think about it too. But, you know, turning a blind eye to the crime that is there in the big cities is it's a foolish thing, and it's sad to see that it's happening, and especially the decay. You talk about the drug users, the homeless folks, and all that stuff. Something's got to be done with it. It just seems like literally nobody's done anything with it. Nobody's tackled that issue. It's just they're you know, don't interfere with their ability to be there, or don't acknowledge that it's there. Oh, that's just culture. No, I'm telling you, you've seen the videos of what some of the cities of the United States, the biggest cities, look like. You know, you see the glitz and the glamour of the great stuff, and then not far away, just a few blocks away, you'll see just how far it drops. And something should be done about it. And the fact that nothing's been done about it for decades is, you know, it's a shame. You see what, like, those old videos of what cities used to look like in the 50s and 60s, and then you see what they look like today, and it's pretty sad to see how they went from having all this great infrastructure to crumbling infrastructure. I mean, a lot of that stuff was only 30 years old back in the 50s and 60s, thanks to the New Deal from Roosevelt. But the state of some cultures in the inner cities is just terrible. It absolutely is, and allowing folks to have that kind of level of crime and the decay of the cities themselves needs to be addressed. So that's where I think it's great. I do. For Washington, D.C., when we were there, I didn't have an issue walking around, but we stayed in the fancier spots. We weren't walking all over the place, but we were told not to go walking all over the place. The fact that they had folks out there cleaning up and move stuff out, I think that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad story. I think it's a good story. And I think that just having somebody with I'll still call it the audacity to deploy the troops to those cities, I think that's probably what it took. I think that's probably what it takes for them to really make a difference, because the regular way of doing that kind of business just does not work. It's not worked for decades, and it's continuing to not be beneficial. But I think that's a topic for another show, or at least another platform. I don't know it's necessarily something that's on the forefront of what's ailing the NMI. I think we have our own issues that we can handle, and we could talk about those kind of things on the show too. Like the homeless population that we have here in Saipan. We know it's not huge, and little by little, folks do find help for sure. But then you've got some folks, the post office club You know, the guys who hang out by the abandoned structures over there by the or the dilapidated abandoned structures by the post office in CK, and then they take advantage of, you know, the public transportation to get down to Garapan and do some of those kind of activities over there. And then you got some of the guys who they put in a lot of miles walking around asking people for a little bit of change, or one guy that we got who's always asking people about what's going on with his grandma who's sick and his baby who's sick. It's the same story every time he talks to you. I mean, I'm laughing at it, but I'm laughing at it because of how sad it is, because it's the same story. I mean, like, there's nothing changing. And what actually is being done for that guy, I don't know. But the thing is that the guys who can help him say that they tried to help him, and the guy doesn't want to do it. All right. I think that's about it. That's how we're going to wrap today. We've already got you guys the latest of everything that's come out. Want to say thanks to you guys for tuning in. We got some stuff going on this morning, and we'll be back again tomorrow morning with Good Morning Marianas. Tomorrow morning, we'll have Senator Selena Babauta on the show with us, talk about, speaking of troops, talk about can the CNMI get our own National Guard unit right here at home. We have National Guardsmen that are here, and they are able to be deployed, but they are under the governor of Guam. Will it make sense for us to get it here? I think so, and I think it'd be pretty cool. Anyway, we'll hear more about it straight from the good senator, and we'll hear from her tomorrow. But that's it for today, folks. We will be back tomorrow morning for Good Morning Marianas. Maybe it's going to be a little bit earlier. Ooh, can you imagine? I know. We'll see you guys later. Take care. Have a great day.